Hello. Welcome back to Ace Attorney. The first one. Hello, hello! Happy Persona 3 Reload Day! I haven't started it yet. I have a confession. I haven't bought it. I've been so chin deep in Spiritfarer. It's so good. It's scratching a very specific itch right now. And I am like, I want to get a little further in it before I dig into anything else. Yours isn't delivered yet? No! That's so wretched. What is the point of a pre-order if they cannot deliver it? That happened with either Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative. Mine delivered 2 months later, so I ended up I have 2 copies. Because I bought one digitally. Anyway. Hi, welcome back to this. Last time, we did the first part of the trial. We met Manfred von Karma. I hate that guy. We hate that guy. And we're in the midst of a mystery that is involving not just this case, but DL6. So there's a lot going on. Hopefully y'all remember or watched or whatever, or already know. Let's just get into it. Hold on, I'm adjusting my little table. Hopefully that wasn't a noise you guys had to hear. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. I didn't miss you. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well, no opening statement, so...
Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking.
Right, of course.
A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now.
Okay.
Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now?
Bah! Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now.
Right.
I call my witness. My decisive witness to the stand.
It's that mysterious boat shop owner. This guy was sus as hell. Oh, wrong voice.
Witness, state your profession. I'm the proprietor of the restaurant, The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And, I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify.
Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Yeah, who are you? Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet.
Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate.
Yeah, right.
The witness will state his name.
Well, oh, wrong voice.
Well, I'm not really sure, yep.
What do you mean?
Switching between these is really hard.
My memory... Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years.
How many do you mean by several? How many do you mean by that? That's like a lot. Several can be like 7 to 9.
Ergo, he cannot recall his own name.
You can't recall, you say?
Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify.
Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness?
It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. Yeah, I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window.
Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination.
There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now.
Yes. Mr. Wright?
Yeah, we're cross-examining him. What do you mean? What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Y'all crazy.
Very well, you may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma.
Are we okay? But right, did you cut out my screen?
3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness.
They have like exes who don't talk to each other vibes sometimes. The judge and Mon Karma. You know what I mean? Okay. Just after midnight, you say?
Yep, just around then.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Pretty sure, yep.
Well, when I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today.
I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did, yep. You see, continue.
I'll be glad when I don't have to do this caretaker's voice anymore, because it's like hard to switch between other voices. Is there anyone who can verify that?
Well, I guess Polly could.
That's not good enough for a court of law.
Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough?
Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot.
A parrot?
Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy.
Keith?
The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue.
Aw, it wouldn't be a stream if I didn't spill water myself. That was only a little bit this time. It would not, like, it would not. Well, it is, not cool how sometimes the animations sometimes stop with them, like, with their eyes rolled back into their head. Like, Von Karma looks terrifying, without the pupils. Hold on. And where did this bang seem to come from?
From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue.
You saw a boat. Just a floating. Was there someone in the boat?
It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figure there were 2 men out there. Yep.
But you couldn't see them clearly.
Yep. At the time, that is.
At the time? Another bang. Oops. I thought you had more to that dialogue. My bad. So you heard 2 gunshots total?
Yep.
That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, the boat comes out to shore and the man walks by my window. By your window?
Yep, by my window, right outside the window of my little shack.
And could you see the man's face?
Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him.
This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony.
I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Okay. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad! I forgot! I love him! Phoenix.
Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by, too. Witness, are you sure the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy.
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall.
Nick! I don't like the way things are going here. Also, I'm here. Hi, did you forget about me? Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us.
I better act quick or this trial's going to be over. Yeah. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun.
Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun, and the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand?
I also forgot the dad thing continued in court, yeah. Exactly.
That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true.
The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? I'm saving often, because also I'm noticing OBS is being a little fussy. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead, but his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie?
Mr. Wright, it's fine. In a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof.
Ugh.
Nick, do we have evidence?
It's no good. There's nothing I can do.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please? Can you hear me, sis? Please! We need your help! Nick needs you!
3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record.
Oh my god, it is almost 15 minutes since I started. This is so dumb because him saying that is not even proof that he did. Literally. Yeah. Yeah. It's dumb. You would say that if you just witnessed a murder too. Yeah, literally.
Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
Can we fire him? Can we fire the judge? What? No!
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Uh-oh.
The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait!
Who was that just now?
Me! Huh? Wah! Larry!
What are you doing here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it.
Remembered what?
The gunshot! I heard it too!
Order!
What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment.
One moment, Mr. Von Kamm.
Dude! A watermelon! Oh shit. Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony, and then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick! This is it! Larry's given us one final chance at this!
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse.
Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick! It doesn't get any worse!
You're right. Okay. Really weird that she read his mind there. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned.
Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard.
What is this?
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty.
Edgeworth is like gripping his seat, like his nails digging into like the wood. He's drawing blood.
Mr. Von Kamm, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now!
What?
I still had Kennedy accidentally mumbles his thoughts out loud sometimes. Yeah, that's probably true, honestly, with Phoenix especially.
The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness.
Okay, bye. Oh.
Court is adjourned.
I like to think also, like, this is more for Edgeworth, I think, but like wearing the thoughts on your face, like your expression giving away what you're thinking. I feel like Edgeworth does that. Whew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night.
Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon. Hey, Edgeworth. OBS? She's being a little silly today. Okay. Did I say this already? Anyway. Hey, Edgeworth.
Huh? You say something right?
Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong?
It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth? There's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh, you fucking idiot.
Oh.
When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight.
Be serious with me.
Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking.
Yeah, clearly.
I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Right.
Yeah?
This might be our chance.
Our chance?
Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials.
Perfect trials?
Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry.
What are you getting at?
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. Fucking Swiss cheese out here. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now. I'm so sorry. I have to go to the bathroom so bad. You ever just need to take a massive shit? Cause I do. I'll be right back in like 5 minutes. Take like a 5-minute. Yeah. It's rough out here. Oh, hello, Tetra. Happy P3R Day to those who celebrate. I was just saying before stream, I haven't even bought it yet. Because I've been so chin deep in Spiritfarer, and I even played that this morning. Like, and it was like emotional in a way that I didn't even expect from this like one particular character. I don't know, it was crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, back to this. Sorry. IBS is a journey. Okay, I'm sorry for this like random. But like, IBS is such a journey. It can be so harrowing sometimes, and other times it can be so funny, where it's like, I have to shit right now, and then it's like, you know, some people, they like take their time doing their number 2 or whatever, They, they, you know, read the newspaper or they scroll on their phone or whatever. And sometimes I do that too. But like, those moments, I'm like, this will be done in 2 minutes. And then I have to like, you know, wash my hands, make sure my toilet doesn't do the weird running thing that it likes to do sometimes because it only likes how Megan flushes it, apparently. It's so weird. Yeah, it's such an adventure being in this body. Sometimes it's so funny though. Anyway, Leary time.
Court is now back in session. Should break over. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th.
Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. That night? What? Oh, we reconnected, huh? OBS. Okay, are we good? Okay. Sometimes my cat will flush the toilet and he doesn't flush it properly so the water keeps running. Yeah, like my toilet. Like, sometimes it's fine and sometimes it's not. I can't figure it out. But however Megan does it, I need, the next time she comes over, I need to be like, before we do anything, flush my toilet. Show me how you flush it, because it doesn't run when she does it. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and dude, I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after that, after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go before, Nick. Like, it literally doesn't get worse than a guilty verdict. We're already there.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay. First of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? Why are you a loser? Looking for something? Yeah.
Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for?
What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely, he was hunting for this Gordy.
That's surprisingly close to the truth, in a sense.
This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with.
Quietly, yep. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for like about an hour. I guess it was around 12. Yeah.
You're not sure?
Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. Or phones. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know?
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked. Looked, but didn't see a boat. I didn't see a fucking boat. Didn't see a boat. I'm sorry. When you, like, say words to a rhythm and they become a banger in your head. You know what I mean? Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butts,
Whoa, whoa! Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. So, after I heard that single gunshot, I already said this. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh.
Well, Nick?
It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should start working on the contradictions.
Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister.
That's okay. We don't need her. We have my memory. Alright, the single gunshot, I think. I don't remember which statement this should be, but... Yeah. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said! But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please! Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Mr. Butts,
What?
you only heard one gunshot. Are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Huh?
Not sure? How could you not be sure? It's a fucking gunshot. Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What?
Order, and stop that booing.
Who was booing? Was it Edgeworth booing? Boo! From his seat in the fucking... That's what... No, actually, it's Gumshoe. I now officially headcanon that Gumshoe was the one going, boo! This guy sucks.
You were listening to the radio with your headphones.
Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of
time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony?
No, I think he should. Your Honor, please. Please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Bah!
Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Oh, well, Mr. Butts, please give your testimony and be sure to include the details like your radio.
Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. Gumshoe would get so pissy, and then Edgeworth would be like, stop, you're going to ruin, they're going to look at us and think that I did it, and I'm going to get in trouble. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too.
You were listening to your radio at a high volume.
Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drumbeat from the radio.
True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
I have the right... Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me, DJ?
An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Anything for the love of my life. I mean... Hold on, I do want to see all the dialogue for this, though. So, you turned on the radio? Right! I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone. I shouldn't have said anything. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to?
This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor.
Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night?
Listening to it real booming loud, like... Real booming loud? Yeah, you know.
And you had headphones on?
Yep.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
Can you prove that? No. No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? I will say, there is something to be said for, like, when you're, like, trying to remember something and then you talk about it more and more and you're like, oh yeah! That happened to me, yesterday. Like, it's just... He's right in that regard, except it's Larry, you know? He's got a reputation. But there really is something to be said for remembering as you're talking. What did she say?
Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us?
Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Oh, why?
Well, how do you know if we don't ask,
Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard, and I didn't mean to hit forward already. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. There sure is. Dun, 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 dun. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. No, it did. It gave us the meme of the century. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas, when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed. And?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. When I played this with my parents, they thought this was so fucking funny, and I was really happy. Like, they may not have gotten all the things I wanted them to get out of playing it, but they thought that this part was so funny. The meme. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
but he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact.
Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Ms. Hart's camera. 12:25. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day.
This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight.
Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious.
That just makes me think of that one fucking Parks and Rec bit. The fucking... So, who broke it? Don't look at me. Look at him. How do you know it was broken? Suspicious. I use scissors to push back my cuticles. Everybody knows that. What?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim? He heard the gunshot before midnight.
He's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. I'm not mad. I just want to know. And I broke it. It like burned his hand. He's like, it was getting too chummy in here. I think of that meme a lot with like the investigations crew. You know what I mean? Because Sebastian really gives the fucking like, I push back my cuticles. Everybody knows that. And Kay gives the suspicious. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it, Edgeworth. No. Who broke it? Wait, I might have to draw that actually. Gumshoe the I'll pay for it. And Fran, oh really? He heard that gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
This? Look at this. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Ms. Lana Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Aha!
Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve.
Indeed. It would seem that this is the case. Then where does that leave us? Ms. Hart testified that she heard the gunshot after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken?
Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them.
Why would this be?
Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises.
Yes?
There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera.
Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear!
Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now.
That's great. Uh-huh.
Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any.
Alright. we don't need this anymore, I think. This was fired 3 times. That's the thing, right? This is my evidence.
The murder weapon?
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Or rather, it was the first shot of the 3.
Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering what exactly did happen that night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, then there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why?
Uh-oh. I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Oh!
What's wrong, Nick?
I have it! I have it!
Huh?
Remember the case with the Steel Samurai?
Huh? Yeah, of course I remember.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya,
Yes?
if we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it.
Right. I mean, is this safe?
Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose.
You know... Nick, I love you, but you're like... Are you seeing a therapist?
You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick?
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Wright.
the testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
So you finally realize the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat.
I admit, it is hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 15, or, you know, midnight 15, whatever. I don't know how they want us to read that. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are.
Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Mr. Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this.
ludicrous.
Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Right. It's... We don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know.
Bah, again you waste my time.
Nuh-uh.
The fuck you mean, nuh-uh?
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of that boat shop. That old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not on a boat?
What? Well then, where did this murder take place?
Show the judge where the murder really took place. I think it had to be here. Michelle? Here, of course. The boat shop where he lives. Because it couldn't have been the camp, because Lotta was there. And, it's close enough that Larry could have heard. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it, and he returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat?
The boat shop?
Boom, baby.
Mr. Wright, what happened to that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat. Sorry, coat and boat. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake.
Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
The boat shop caretaker. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice.
To create a fucking witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. It's crazy how different the caretaker looks in this art than he does in his sprite. I really like how he looks here. It looks like, I don't know. I like it. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Ms. Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men...
I'm sorry. He looks a lot less harmless. Yeah. I like it.
It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake.
Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly! Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said?
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said is mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said that he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry, I can't say what it was.
Your Honor, sir.
Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask you to remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
What?
What should I do?
Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared.
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I'll extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him.
You want him? Okay.
And I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Man, we're gonna get into the investigation part today. I forgot how short this part of the trial was. Yippee!
Yay, Nick, you did it!
Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out.
Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
I mean, in a way it is. Hey, Edgeworth. He's like, my blood pressure is so high. I need to go to a doctor.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You can try to smile just a little. Relax.
I don't know how. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. Oh, what do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No. Get that man on some beta blockers right fucking now. There's so little time left. I want to tell you, to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. This is so... Why do you have to word it like this? What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. I'm gonna grab some more water and then we will continue. I was thinking this was longer, and then we would do the investigation and trial. But the last part of the trial, I think, is really long, if memory serves. I don't remember. I can't believe how much energy I have because I like barely slept last night.
What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? We just saw this.
A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder.
Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed?
I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never.
Nick?
Yo! Hey! How's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles. Maya?
Swooning? Me? Oh, yes, I do remember feeling faint.
Right on. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Uh-huh. Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero! Larry, you really helped out in the trial today.
You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty.
But seriously, Nick. That boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet.
Well, you spoiled the mood, Larry. You've done it twice in like 10 minutes.
Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night?
Nick?
I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two?
Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right?
Nah, he means me. Right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry.
Not me? You suck. What the fuck? But why you, Larry?
Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? She's so pissed and she has every right to be.
Enough with this silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think?
You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney.
Wait, was that when you two were classmates?
Yes. In grade school. They saved me. Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know.
What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about?
Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot.
Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today and that's final.
Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial.
Boo, 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 boo.
A class trial. I saw a tweet the other day that was like, someone at Spike Chunsoft saw this tweet and was like, we could make, or saw this dialogue and was like, we could make a whole ass game about this. And I'm like, yeah, that's actually probably what happened.
Class trial?
Oh, the way the music goes away. You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen.
Lunch money?
Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. No free lunch, you know, it's America.
Huh, I see.
Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So, they thought you did it?
Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial.
Trial?
So the next day, we held a classroom trial, with me as the defendant. I didn't do it!
Guilty! He did it! Guilty!
It was you!
Thief! Give the money back! You're such a meanie! No one play with him. Just admit you did it! You can't hide the truth. Tell the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore. Yeah, and give me back my eraser. He shouldn't be allowed in the relay race.
I can't keep up with all of those insults. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened.
He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed, amateurs.
Miles? Aw, his stupid bow tie.
It wasn't you who stole my money, was it?
No.
Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent.
But Miles, it was your money that was stolen.
Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everyone ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it.
Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry.
Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father.
I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney.
Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school.
The DL6 incident.
Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death.
That's so sad.
It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything.
But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all.
That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean that's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
So... This is so not normal! If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him.
Whoa, Nick! What this? Oh, like...
There's so much to unpack here. His savior complex is so crazy. He's insane. This man is insane, and there's no way he's not in love with him. That's so insane. I had friends that I lost touch with after years, right? Like, and I just lost touch with them because they moved away very suddenly. And I never, they were my closest friends, and I was like the same age, and would never have done this. Never, never, never. He's insane. Like, even if I had seen a newspaper article with them in it, and like they did something, and I'd be like, oh man, that's really too bad, you know? Like, holy shit. He's so obsessed with Edgeworth. It's crazy. Phoenix is crazy, dude. I love him. I'm saying this like, I love him. But he, like, it's so extreme. And, like, I've known this for a while. This is, like, absurd. Every time I, like, go through this again, I'm like, dude, you're crazy. Like, the idolization of a person to this extent is so crazy. And it's also something to keep an eye, like, keep a pin in that. So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free.
Oh, Nick! Nick!
Nick! You're super gay! I had no idea! Same! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right. It very well may be.
First there's that rental wow. I can't even talk after that, actually. It's making me rethink everything about myself. First there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is.
I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. How about I show you things? Have you seen my badge?
Woohoo! I was hot in there. Hot!
I'm glad someone's happy about how this case is going. He seems too happy to care about anything I show him. Yeah, okay. Not even the parrot? Not even DL6? Okay, yeah, he does not care. Okay. Alright, Edgeworth.
Maya's like, Edgeworth, did you fucking know Nick is like super in love with you?
He's like, what? You look as grim as always.
Mr. Edgeworth, I heard this story about the class. She's like about to just do it. Did you know? I heard the story about the class trial.
Class trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade?
Lunch money? Oh. Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. I feel that. He's real for that.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
You hear like the AOL dial-up noises. Could someone who has skills make an edit of that? Please. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Oh. Sorry. I'm not sure I can help you with that. Oh my god, sadly I don't have the skills, yeah. Okay. What are you showing me this picture for? No reason. You know, I was impressed by your deduction in the trial today. Granted, you were at the end of your rope, but still.
Nick, he noticed.
She's like,
Nick, I see the level of, like, love here. I'm your wingman now. I've got you.
you forgot I was streaming. You're playing Persona 4 Golden. Oh, you're in Big Plotland? What part? Without spoiling too much. Oops. Why are you a dingus? Nothing about the parrot? That's too bad. It was the case that changed my life. And tomorrow, on December 28th, its statute of limitations runs out. Tomorrow. Could that be a coincidence? But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never. Just beat the 4th dungeon. Nice!
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm doing this only because the dialogue from Maya here is super funny.
Nick! No! That's a photo of his father! Don't show him that!
You're right. Now probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories. What is it? Nothing. Huh? It's so wretched. He's like, hmm? It's crazy that they let you do it. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to become a defense attorney, right? You did that too when you played, yeah. I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me. And you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. Hey guys, the stream is getting a little real right now. Can you guys stop?
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook.
That would be Robert Hammond.
On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder.
Lost your memory?
Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yana Yogi had not been of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys.
What's your relationship with Von Karma?
He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
Respect? I don't know about that one, King. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
Perfectly, huh?
In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away.
Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right! Now's no time to praise the enemy. I can't talk. Praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit.
No kidding. Alright. Well, I'll come back to you. Man. Yeah. Just take my word for it. He's just like me for real. Hi! Oh my god, hi! Oh, it feels like it's been 800 years. Hey, I literally see you every week. You're on the second case of the second attorney game. Yeah! Yes, yes, yes! Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for you. Yeah, little Pearly.
Hey pal, long time no see.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe!
Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half.
Sorry about that.
No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it.
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now, I'm off to catch me a criminal.
Thank you, Gumshoe. You're the best.
Detective Gumshoe sure is active today.
Oh, one other thing.
Eek!
No one can go into the woods today.
The woods?
Where Lotta was camping?
The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while.
I guess Lotta's in for a lot of trouble.
Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Bye, Gumshoe. I love you. Bye, 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 bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Alright. Beach. Lawrence. Are you here? Huh? The steel eyesore is missing.
Eyesore?
Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too.
I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work.
That's actually really sweet. Okay, no trash. Still no trash. For some reason my brain is always like, there's trash in there. There's not. There's not. But my brain's like, check the trash can. I think it's conditioning from playing Pokemon as a child.
Adult caretaker got away.
Yep.
I never imagined he might be the real murderer.
Oh. I'd know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Yeah, I'll be excited to hear your opinions. Hee hee hee, yeah.
Aha, hello, what might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
Well, that is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Ho ho, what do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance.
Okay, why are you here, you freak? Thanks. Bye.
What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway?
Who knows? I mean, he did know Hammond. Maybe he was here to, like, not reminisce necessarily, but just kind of, like, pay tribute to a person.
Nick, the forest! There's someone in there!
You're right. There's a few policemen in there.
They must be looking for the caretaker.
Good luck. Stony Cadoos! Stone's Cadoos! Doesn't look like anyone's around.
The caretaker must have run for the hills, huh?
Yeah, looks like it.
He didn't seem like a bad person.
There's some boats floating at the dock. The murder took place in the yeah. Okay. Yeah, I still have the vote. I still have case 5. So you've got plenty. You're so far ahead. Yeah.
Nobody's home.
She wants to go home, but nobody's home. That's where she lies, broken inside. It's Avril Lavigne's song called Nobody's Home. Sorry. I'm really bad with word association in songs. Like, if somebody gave me a challenge to associate, as long as they let me choose songs that weren't just in English, yeah, it would be crazy.
Hello. Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello.
Polly does not seem to fucking care. Yeah, I've played all of these games before. But I just, like, some people who come in might be new to them, so I'm like, let's keep... Name dropping is okay, as long as it's, like, not detailed, you know? But other than that, try to keep it. But it's fine to know that there's a 5th case. That's not a spoiler, in my opinion.
Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick?
You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something.
Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you.
Great, now the bird's gonna hate me.
That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Let's open it, Nick. Come on.
I'm sure there isn't any money in there.
Aw. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there.
I'm not so sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter.
A letter? Aw, boring.
There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. That's so dumb. That's so... can I just say this now? So dumb to handwrite this letter. Type it. Girl, type it. What do you mean? Tracing handwriting's so easy. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth?
Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here?
How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who've ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail.
What do you think it means, Nick?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions.
But who could have written the letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth?
Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. We can't directly observe the Mekon or the Senbei, can we? Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn the heater on. I guess he hasn't been back here since the trial.
Say, Nick! Don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them?
Yeah, I guess so. You mean pictures of the fish they caught, right?
Right, but don't all the fish on the wall here look really puny to you?
Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away.
Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker, and we did see him.
Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here? That is just talking to Maya in general, I think.
Ah!
What's wrong?
Huh? Oh, never mind.
What? Tell me.
Just, when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week.
Oh.
See, that's why I didn't want to tell you.
Alright, I think that's all of note here. Bye, Polly, love you. Let's go... Ooh, we haven't been here yet. Yeah, the only Phoenix Wright game I haven't played is Professor Layton. So that one, when I play it, will be completely blind. Which might be rough. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today.
Oh, really?
He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. I love his theme. Blue Badger. Hey, is that the police department? Yeah, okay. My idea. I made it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. Does this guy say anything funny this time? That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Please, think about what you're doing, Jolinda. Don't take my Tommy away from me. No. He must be doing image training for a nasty divorce argument.
One day left, Nick.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no time to waste. Let's get going.
Let's do any ideas. What do you think we should do now, Maya?
You would know best, Nick. Just do what you do. That should work.
Well, had any good ideas?
This is all tied to the DL6 incident. We better find out as much as we can about that murder before tomorrow.
Something that happened back then has a hold on Edgeworth and it won't let go. Wait, can I show you this? Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge. On me.
Who is that old guy anyway?
I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, Wright. But I don't remember that old man. Not at all.
So he was following this letter then?
Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men. Meaning myself and Robert Hammond.
It also says this is your last chance.
Last chance? Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yogi?
Like the tea. That's always what I think. The weirdest name. I don't get what his name is supposed to be a pun of. If you know, feel free to tell me. The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark.
We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe!
Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout. I don't remember who's who here. You'll just use up more oxygen.
That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court, and Yogi was found innocent.
I wonder how long this trial was, because this was before the 3-day system. So how long did that trial go on? Like, how many days did Edgeworth have to think about that? Like, that's... Yeah. He's just like me, for real. Because that's really fucking... Speaking from experience, it's really fucking harrowing to be... I wasn't even a witness, so, like, it's really fucking harrowing to be waiting and waiting and waiting on a trial verdict for a really long time. So, like, as much as the 3-day system is bad, there is the advantage in the fact that, like, it gets it over with, right? Instead of being this, like, drawn out thing, because that really does cause, like, it causes the event to be in the forefront of your mind all the time. Yeah. Imagine how long the game would be without 3-day trial system. Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you?
Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you.
You mean the nightmare?
No. It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. We've seen this 3 times. I'm so sorry. I'm repeating it over and over again.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark.
I think this must be Yogi. So... Help! I can't breathe!
Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you! What? What are you? Stop breathing my air! Oh, Father! He's attacking Father! Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! And with that scream, I wake.
The only thing I can find that makes any sense is that Yanni is supposed to sound like Yanni, okay? What's his Japanese name?
It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
But that's just a dream, right? Right?
That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father.
What?
If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad.
What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do?
I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe...
Huh? There is, Nick! There is someone else who knows a lot about DL6.
Then let's skedaddle. Haine Kotaro comes from a combination of the two names Kotaro Takamura and Heinrich Heine. Heinrich Heine. Yogi was originally supposed to be a poet who would speak... Oh. Interesting. Heine? Like Heine? I see. Mr. Grossberg.
Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding! I can't believe you're not!
My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, hmm?
It's Mr. Edgeworth! He...
Oh, I love that Maya has gotten so attached to him. I love their friendship. It's so underrated.
I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream! Only a dream!
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, hmm?
Well, I mean, he needs to go to therapy. Like, imagine having the same dream every night for 15 years. How is he not insane? He's like, this is me thinking that it wasn't real is the only way that I've stayed sane. Honey, I don't think that you are. I'm so sorry. I really don't think that you are.
Well...
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real, as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done.
No! I don't believe it!
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. I had to think about how to say that word for a second. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close.
Are you gonna say anything about any other funny things about the painting? I guess Mr. Grossberg isn't getting that painting back. I feel kind of bad for him. Okay, let's talk first, I guess. What do you know about Edgeworth's father?
She was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer, now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques.
That's no surprise.
Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And?
He lost. And died in despair, as it were.
I see.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Mr. Fay. Misty Fay.
I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi.
Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost.
Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
It's only a possibility, mind you, but a possibility nonetheless.
Hey, by the way... Wait, hold on. Will you say anything about this fucking bird?
Quite sorry. I have nothing to say concerning that.
Boo!
This incident took place 15 years ago tomorrow. So tomorrow we will see the completion of not one, but 2 trials. All thanks to the statute of limitations. However, I'm afraid the damage the DL6 incident has done will never be eased. Gregory Edgeworth? He was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what would have become of Von Karma if he were alive. Oh ho! So this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own.
Huh? His own sake?
He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined.
Huh?
You'll understand soon enough. Wait.
What is it?
This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this?
I do. Could it be Manfred von Karma? I hate that guy, so like...
Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure.
Von Karma. Von Karma. Oh, wait! You're right, my boy! This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it! I used to see it all the time on the court reports.
What? But that means... The one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred von Karma himself.
What does this mean, then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth?
If it truly was von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. She'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no.
But how could von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet I do know that von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and von Karma did win, but he didn't make it out through the trial unscarred.
What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and von Karma?
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial, but Gregory Edgeworth accused von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
How?
It must have been quite a shock for von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe.
You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya.
In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation?
What do we do, Nick?
I mean, nothing like keeping your win record by doing nothing. You know what I mean?
Von Karma is going to bring up DL6. You can bet on it.
Bet on it, bet on it. She just like starts singing it. He's like, this is not the time.
What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6?
I won't let him.
Well, yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know.
I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone.
But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave.
I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Everyone's like, whoa.
Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
I understand. The police materials. Like, they're like fucking touchy. Let's go here. I take a little drink.
There's hardly anyone here.
Everyone must be out looking for that old guy, Yogi.
Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again.
Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering in there. But, nah, I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there.
Von Karma?
Yes, he just arrived, actually.
Von Karma's in the records room.
Nick, let's hurry!
Gumshoe seems so good.
Dusty as always.
We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean.
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here.
Von Karma?
Oh, Von Karma.
Huh? One of the drawers here is open.
Someone must have been looking in it recently.
The label says unsolved cases, evidence.
Unsolved cases?
Nick, the file for DL6 is completely empty.
What?
What are you doing in here?
God, his front-facing spray, this spray is a nightmare. That's a fucking nightmare.
Von Karma!
You! How do you know my name?
Huh?
Have we met?
Oh, what are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Defense team? I beg your pardon, you see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed.
I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. God, you are so terrifying.
Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right?
A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism.
What's the thing that kids are saying these days? That made me sound ancient. But like, where he looks like super snatched in like the weird way. Is it mewing?
Just like his father. Always second rate.
Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you?
Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why?
Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterward? The son of your most bitter rival.
That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt.
His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean?
You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow.
We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Do you have anything to say about Missy Faye?
Fool, you think I, a prosecutor, would give you, a defense attorney, information? Bah!
Yeep.
If you know, you know. Nothing to say about the parrot? Damn, that's too bad. Von Karma scares me. Yeah, he's pretty gnarly. Okay, he won't say anything. Alright, fine. No fun. Fine. Mr. Von Karma, I'm about to make another mistake. He's done this every single case so far except the first one because he didn't have a chance to. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder.
Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it.
So you admit it! You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter!
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle.
What?
Nick, what is that thing?
A stun gun. For self-defense. Usually.
Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence.
600,000.
Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it usually. Now, give me the letter.
No.
No!
What are you?
Nick, run! Ah!
Maya!
Out of my way.
Ah! Ugh. He got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya. Maya, open your eyes. Maya.
The letter! Did he take it?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? When I saw this scene, I was like, this is so messed up. The trial should be closed already based on what happened here, but this is a game, so no, yeah.
I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all.
Maya! There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. What is that? A bullet. DL6 incident, evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. Maya also is going fucking through it. Like, she literally just lost her sister. She still doesn't know where her mother is. Like, we don't know anything about where her dad is. Like her mother, how do I say this? Like, she keeps having to see things about her mother being, like, her mother's worst days, like, over and over and over again. It's so fucked up. I feel so bad for her. And, like, it kind of gets swept under the rug with, like, what's happening with Edgeworth, because clearly he's, like, really going through it. But yeah, it feels bad. It really feels bad. Yeah. Man. This game's really good. All these games are good. This case is really, really good. Fucking, man, Edgeworth's so fucking relatable, dude. Anyway, my voice can't do any more today. Between Yanni Yogi, the judge, and Von Karma, that shit's rough. And Larry, God. But Sunday, we'll finish this trial. We'll finish Turnabout Goodbyes. And then Wednesday, I'm gonna say probably no stream. I wanted to stream on Wednesday, but I got my blood drawn and it just like, I used to hate Edgeworth, but this case changed my feelings. Yeah. I was also unimpressed with him at first. Yeah, I don't know that there will be a stream on Wednesday, but Friday and Sunday will continue to be a thing until it's not. There will be a Sunday this month that I don't stream though, because I'll be at Fan Expo. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. That was really, I need to sit with my feelings on that one for a little bit. I may not even play Persona 3 Reload today. Isn't that crazy? Anyway. You know the drill. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Be good to yourself. Be kind. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Thanks for hanging out. And I will see you when I see you. Yeah, go to sleep, dude. It's so late for you, by the way. Bye.